We return to the same era we were 5 years ago to see the progress of all these invasive species. New life has decided to grow inside this garden. This life, however, is not capable of speech, as evident by that wide open gap. The elderberry bush has decided to invade as well. However, only fruits from the elderberry bush are known to produce pie. The rosemary is named after Saint Rose of Mary and is known for causing indigestion.
What?
Here we have the spider flower, known for its ability to hunt spiders back to their dens and absorb their nutrients through their membranes. The Martian lemon tree has not produced any lemons because of it having to adapt to Earth air. Martian air is highly rich in gold, which allows it to produce the golden fruits. The raspberry bush is seen lashing out its tendrils, trying to invade all nearby life. It will strangle its life and then consume it without even splitting it apart. Blackberry fruits produce delicious jam. However, that jam can only be produced at 250 beats per minute.
What?
Here we have the fire flower, also known as the fire flower. And space itself has been contained between the flowers behind it, known as the cosmo. Moving on, we see the growth of new corn. However, as we know, corn is completely toxic. Even touching one leaf can cause massive brain damage. The only known creatures to be able to harness the fruits of the corn plant are that of Mexican grandmothers. Here we see the gourd. The yellow squash has completely invaded and has blocked out all ground level below. It has even begun to invade its neighbours, the beans. Because as we all know, gourds are racist. Including the pumpkin, known for its seasonal holiday of enjoyment, Easter. We also see the racism of the pumpkin as it invades the Native American teepee. As we know, the Native Americans never catch a break. This is a mullein plant. Here we have an enormous tower of advancing ever onward, we see the tomato plant, toxic to all things that can't eat strawberries. However, interestingly enough, this plant has been invaded by the tomato plant. The tomato plant, unlike the tomato plant, is in a red color instead of these pale greens. The reds will invade and latch on to the main plant to absorb its nutrients until the plant accepts it as its own and raises it like its own child.
What?
The potato plants are known to be highly toxic when cooked. The banana plant. This banana tree is only local to Asian cultures, such as Russia. Here we have the mullein plant. Right next to it is actually the mullein plant. We see the haunted third missing row, now collecting the garbage of all American cities. As you can clearly tell, there's only one piece of garbage, proving to be America as the cleanest country in the world.
Oh, yeah, right.
More tomatoes. This one has not been invaded by red tomatoes. Here we have some tomato plants that have actually started to grow on metal. Advancing on to the new territories, we advance past the colonial age into the industrial age. The zinnia flowers have produced several more flowers, as they have now decided to stop being scared. Here we have the bean pole. Our editors in the previous video has claimed that these beans would not produce fruits. He has since been sacked as evidence of these beans. Here we have the zucchini, member of the gourd family. This zucchini has not proven itself to be racist yet, but that is because it's still in its juvenile age. As it develops and becomes more mature, it will become more accustomed to the world events and will grow prejudice against its neighboring cultures. Here we have the cucumber. These cucumbers only produce one fruit, the cucumber. Unfortunately, our lighting director cannot produce more light, for it is nighttime. Now, while cucumbers are not members of the gourd family, they are still in fact racist, as they have begun to take over the morning glories.
Miracles!
Here we have the nasturtium flower. However, this nasturtium has stopped blooming flowers. Here we have the daisy, producing several more daisies.
Eggplant.
The eggplant produces one egg every day. Here we see the lilac bell pepper. These lilac bell peppers are unlike the store-bought bell peppers, for that they are actually edible. Coming around the other side, we see other types of pepper plants, such as the jalapeno, which produces the sweetest fruits of all peppers. With a massive Scoville scale of 3, it proves itself to be also not only the sweetest pepper, but also the hottest. Here we have the okra plant. The okra plant has also been known as the killer whale for its ability to hunt down sharks. You can also see them at your local SeaWorld.
No!
However, you should not give money to SeaWorld, for they hold animals captive, and unlike us, the David Attenborough Productions, which just goes and looks at things in the wild. We see a vast collection of domesticated wild plants, for we have done a single pass-through with no human intervention. Finally, we'll end our tour with the great beast. The great beast is also known as the protector of the land, known for its ability to eat ham in a single bite. Thus concludes our production for the next 10 years.